Welcome, I'll be reacting to Outlander, Season 4, Episode 3. Last time was pretty rough. Not gonna lie, I put off this reaction till the very end of my recording session because I'm like, what is going to happen this time? This is not a market substitute. Support the original. Bree! Roger!
Congratulations on your new home. Salt.
Oh, the
life's
salts,
tears
of
may
course.
always be happy ones. May you have flavour in your life.
Roger's headed to America for a Scottish festival.
You're leaving Scotland to go to a Scottish festival.
I was invited to play. Well,
I thought that was a Scottish festival we saw in the opening credits.
Now go get her.
thanks,
Yes,
Fee.
please.
I'll see you.
I thought perhaps in time you would begin to love Riverrun as I do and accept the ways that are different here.
I'm sorry, Auntie.
No,
And I'll return this.
she's not going to let him do it.
You may keep it.
I still love her walls.
These were your mother's. What a one I gave to look upon your face. Just once.
She really loves him.
I didn't belong to anyone.
You're too young to be on your own.
I'll not be on my own.
As soon as the ship leaves, Ian's just gonna jump overboard and swim ashore and go after Jamie. He needs to just give in and let him stay.
I'm not the same lad you kent in Scotland. I'm a man, free to call the place I choose home.
Please listen to Ian.
I'll not stand in your way any longer. I'll write to your mother and father.
Hey, a man writes his own letters. Word of my decision to stay in America will come from me.
Go write
All
your letter. then.
right.
We leave today.
Haha, he's
Jamie,
back. He's cool.
Auntie Claire, this is John Quincy Myers.
Can he come along?
What are you doing here?
Your Auntie Jocasta tells me you're traveling west to Woolham's Creek. As it so happens, I'm going that way myself. I'd be happy to guide you into the Blue Ridge.
That'll be most useful.
Yes!
Thank you, Mr. Myers.
This is the team up I wanted. I've been to the Boston airport. Oh. It's always so awkward when you haven't seen each other in a while. We were in lockdown for almost a year, so even now things aren't entirely open or back to normal here. All of us are so awkward whenever we gather now. It's like, I don't know how to do social gatherings anymore. I've lost that ability. But fortunately, all of us are on the same page with that, so we're all just awkward together. It's great.
These are the best chips I've ever had.
Dairy
You're in
Queen.
America. Call them French fries.
You need to put the fries in the malt.
The minister's cat is an androgynous cat.
Oh, I love this game.
The minister's cat is an Alagrugus cat. Alagrugus?
What?
Grim or woebegone?
Uh-huh.
The minister's cat
Okay.
is a bonny cat.
Oh.
All right, that's a draw.
Dashing cat.
Be careful, you're still
Thanks
driving.
for our game.
Watch
Devilishly
the
handsome
road.
cat.
Guys! Guys!
Could have run me right off the
Pull
road,
over.
lass.
She has a beautiful car, though.
That mountain there,
Oh, what a transition.
lots of the region gather.
Oh, so pretty. I love it when they're just out on the road like this.
I must part with you tomorrow and make my way to a trading house some ways north of here,
Mr. Myers has been kind enough to ask me to go with him.
where you have nothing to fear,
Yes.
and that'll be safe. I promise you both.
And he has Rolo.
Right. Boston? Say, someplace we can start anew.
I've already had a life there. Besides, it'll be dangerous there soon. The tensions will be rising. That's where the revolution starts.
Yeah, I have a few things to say about a certain event that happened in Boston, but we'll wait till we get to that point. I'm sorry, this is so gorgeous. I keep saying that, but it's true every time.
I worried that Brianna couldn't find something she was passionate about. You know, she'd try something and get bored and move on. You love working with horses.
You asking? Or purely making an observation?
An observation. You were also a smuggler and a seditionist.
I think he and Brianna are similar. Because Claire was describing how she'd be passionate about something for a while, and then she'd kind of get bored and want to try something else. I'm kind of getting the impression that Jamie is somewhat the same way. He tends to go at something for a while, then he's like, nah, I need something more. I'm going to try this. I think that's where she got it from.
An outlaw when you returned. If it was only me, I would live as one again. It's you. And Ian. Fergus. Marston. You understand?
Rollo. Oh no.
Claire, he'll not go far.
In that case, it'll be easy to find.
Claire!
Yes, let's go running off into the woods during a storm. What could go wrong? Oh, I haven't been at one of these in years. There's one a few hours from me. This is basically what they're like too. That's pretty funny. Except the only difference is now they usually have an Outlander setup, and obviously they wouldn't have that here.
I had no idea there were so many Scots in North Carolina.
This area was settled by them in the 18th century. I
Mom,
hope it's not
yeah.
upsetting for you being here.
No, no. It's just, it does make me think of my mother.
Hey, I've always wanted to have my portrait done.
Oh, that makes one of us. So, what plan?
I don't have a plan. I mean, I guess I'm a Fraser. But my boyfriend's a Mackenzie. Come on, we don't have a single picture of us together.
Well, you better focus
That's
on
so
the good
adorable.
side.
Oh, show us. No, don't put it away. Go. That is so much fun. Thank you so much for giving us a happy episode after the last one. Where's Claire? You better tie that mule down and then go find her. Is that a good enough knot there, Jamie? I don't know. Take the rifle.
Where am I?
Ah! Oh no, she's doing a Prince Caspian. Where's Truffle Hunter?
But now she's rewarded me well for my love.
Oh wow. That was amazing.
Wait, I bought you something.
A home from home. Scottish settlers in colonial America.
Yeah.
He's pretty canty looking for a deer on the worst day of his life. Christ.
He's gonna propose.
I want you, Brianna. I cannot say it more plainly than that. I love you.
Oh, he's doing it.
Will you marry me?
Roger, this is very fast.
It is.
Aye. I want to have a home with you. I want to have a home big enough for 4 or 5 wee Mackenzies. A couple of dogs.
Roger, stop.
She's not ready.
I'm not ready for this.
She's still figuring out her own life. And he has this whole plan, and that's a little scary.
I want you too, don't you know that?
Oh, you don't want to marry me, but you'll fuck me. If all I wanted was to have my way with you, I would have had you on your back a dozen times last summer. If you don't care enough to marry me, then I don't care enough to have you in my bed.
That makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
Well, neither do you.
Because you'll have sex with a woman, but you'll only marry a virgin. It's 1970. No one I know is saving themselves for marriage.
So I'm old-fashioned. You're missing the point. The point is...
Yes, what is the point?
The point is I didn't love them, but you don't love me.
I think she does.
didn't
It's just
say
a different
that.
kind. You need to find shelter. Get her under a tree at least. At least she's wearing wool. And that will keep her nice and warm, even if she's wet. There you go. That's an axe. Can you sense anything? Blue carbuncle. Huh. Just put it back where you found it. No, 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 no. No, it's not Jamie. Claire, get back where you were. Put your boots on. You touched something you should not have.
What do you want?
It's the spirit. I mean, she does have magic. Maybe he could appear to her because of that. Does he want closure of some kind? Return the stone to his family, maybe?
I really hate the way we left things.
Me too.
You three.
Haven't you changed your mind?
Nope.
No. I never said marriage was out of the question.
That's enthusiastic.
She needs
My
time.
mother married the man she loved, but later found her true soulmate. That is not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
That maybe I don't believe in marriage at all. Here. Just have this back.
Sutherlands are here!
No, keep it. It was a gift.
It was a gift. Keep it.
This belongs to you.
It was a gift. Keep it. Is Roger Arwen. And there goes their relationship as well. At least for now. Until Roger comes to his senses. She really needs Claire right now. One thing that Outlander Season 4 has taught me is thanks to Claire and her slightly gray hair. And that is that you can be incredibly beautiful and still have some gray hair. It is so wonderful to have this example that you're still beautiful and it doesn't matter. I told you not to take your boots off. She never listens to me. Maybe the spirit left her a trail. There's something important here. Oh no, a creek, she's gonna lose it.
Claire?
Oh. Thank you, random woodland spirit.
I wondered why you'd just gone off in your stocking feet.
Yeah, you and me both, Jamie. You know, I'm giving Claire a bad time about not wearing shoes when she stopped to rest while I'm literally not wearing shoes because it's more comfortable. It's just in the situation she was in a bad storm, in a dangerous place, I would have kept my shoes on just for safety reasons.
You see this?
Time traveler.
Something that won't be invented for another 100 years.
So he was...
It has to be someone like me. Someone who's traveled through time.
That's why she saw him. Finally, another time traveler. Okay, this is exciting. Temporal mystery time.
The emblem of the Fraser clan. Monsieur Fraser came across from France. Took hold of land.
This is a good omen. I think he's going to build the cabin from the opening here, where the strawberries are. Just gonna throw that out there.
Mr. Strawberry? Well, he grew them, did he? Was he just fond of eating them?
Claire. Let's make a home here.
I know that look on your face, Jamie Fraser. You're in love.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be our home. And we'll call it...
And we'll call it This Land.
Fraser's Ridge.
Alright, Fraser's Ridge is cute. Most of this episode was a very welcome relief. To be honest, this is the first time with reacting to Outlander where I was like, I don't know if my heart can take another episode like that. It was so well done last week, but really difficult to watch. The Scottish games, for the most part, were so much fun, and it brought back some good memories of spending time at them myself. I remember crying as a kid because they'd have all these cool tartans everywhere for the various clans, and my family has no Scottish at all. None. We are Irish, Welsh, and English. So disappointing. I'm kidding, I like who I am. However, as a kid, the Scots just looked so cool. I have done a little bit of the dancing and loved it. I keep meaning to go back someday when I have actual time. The clash between Brianna's philosophy and Roger's is very much a product of that time, of you have the more traditional outlook coming up against the very contemporary, is marriage really the best idea kind of logic. And of course, after seeing what her mother went through, Brianna is probably even less inclined to trust it. Honestly, I have no idea what my own feelings are, because although I've seen a couple of my friends happily married, pretty much everyone I know that I went to their weddings are now broken up for various reasons. So I don't know, honestly. I mean, Bri and Roger are both Catholic, so it is a representation of the relationship between Christ and the church. So it's a love, but also kind of some weird dynamics going on there with the religious side. And I can see Brianna not being on board with it. And then I can also see Roger's perspective a little bit of, I completely love you. I'm all in. And if you're not ready for that, like, I don't want to waste my time in a way. You know, just kind of waiting around for you to eventually maybe change your mind. It's better to make the break now and try to find happiness somewhere else, rather than like this limbo of just kind of sitting there patiently hoping that your partner eventually loves you enough to take the risk. I like that Brianna was totally honest and said, you know what, I'm not ready right now. Maybe someday, but I don't know. I'm glad that they parted on fairly good terms. I still think that their paths will cross again at some point. Maybe Roger's traditional set in stone values will soften. Maybe Brianna will realize that she really misses him. I don't know. I do appreciate that they were both very honest. I'm especially interested in this new mystery going on. Normally, if you find a skull and gemstone in the mud in the middle of a thunderstorm, you don't touch that. You back away. But apparently Claire's like, no, I'm gonna take this skull with me and wash it in a creek. Never change, Claire. That is a gorgeous spot that JB found. Like, gorgeous. So overall, I really liked this episode.